All right, here we go. Here we go. Getting everything in order. Hey, Facebook friends. It's Rick Horvath from the internet's Rick Horvath. Hey, Bruce, how's it going? 12-second delay here. Just want to give you a little background. I'm not doing these shows the way I would normally do it with the close miking and the better quality webcam. This is just right off the laptop, raw, sitting in my air-conditioned studio. I'm at a 12-second delay. I use this software OBS to give all these little things here, like the little thing down in the corner here. Which hand? It's so hard to know what hand. OBS software is pretty cool because you can put all these different elements on the screen at any particular time, just like that splash screen that was up in the beginning. So I'm having my water today. Hope you're having a good afternoon, staying safe, and I hope you're all regular. Wanted to give you a little background, some musical background about myself. Most of you know that I am from Long Island originally, and one of my first bands, we started rehearsing in 1980. Yes, I'm dating myself. The band was Sore Thumb. We started rehearsing in 1980, and at that time I was working the midnight shift at the JFK Airport mail facility. It was a brand new facility they had just bought. State of the art at the time, sorting letters by typing onto keyboards, by zip codes and stuff. Very, very challenging work. So the thing I started realizing right away was that there's no way I can do these two things at the same time because this is a nighttime job and we were rehearsing a band that's going to perform at night. So obviously I quit that job. My mom and dad yelled at me, "You're quitting the post office, Ricky. What's wrong with you?" Hey, I'm a musician. What can I do? But we started rehearsing in 1980 and started performing in 1981 with Sore Thumb. Most of you know that I always have a date book. I've always had one, and I actually have every date book. This is every single date book, going back to actually 1982. This is every date book, so I could tell you where I was. Here's the last 1982. I could tell you where I was on any particular date, going back 40 years. So it wasn't me. It was somebody else. Let's just say hi to the chat real quick over here. How do you get over here? Hey, Bruce. Got two screens going on here at the same time. So we are live, right? Are we live? All right. Did you catch all that? Did you catch all that stuff? Did you catch all the stuff about my date books? Or was I paused? Let me hear back from Bruce. Bruce is my... I'm live, yeah. I just talked about the date books. Did anybody see that part? Did you see that part, Bruce? Yeah, replying to me. Bruce is my moderator. Okay, so you heard about the date books. So you saw the box of date books that I've accumulated over the last 40 years. I can tell you where I was at any particular time. So I want to tell you some milestones about Sore Thumb. We were one of the top bands on Long Island, performing with the Omnipop agency. Very popular in the tri-state area of New York, Jersey, Connecticut. We played Pennsylvania, colleges, when colleges were still having entertainment back in the day. It was a lot of fun, and we made some good money doing it. Some of the milestones. Hey, Patricia. Hey, honey. So some of the milestones of being in Sore Thumb, one I recall was performing for 6 weeks down in Puerto Rico. That was a blast because we had brought... It was the craziest thing because here we're playing in a club down in Puerto Rico, but we had to bring... I don't know why we did this. We had to bring a monitor system with us. It was crazy. And we had this big road case. It was probably a 12 space rack road case that had a couple power amps in it and a big Rain mixer. I think it was an 8-channel Rain mixer, so it was really, really big. And I would set that up next to me. Along in that road case, my brother was in the band. He wanted to bring some weights, some free weights, because we were going to be down there for 6 weeks. We need to keep in shape, so we packed as much stuff into the road case and everything. And we were way over the weight limit for the airplane. It was hysterical, but we got everything down there, and we did our gig, and we met some great people. Some we still keep in touch with. Our friend Steve Badavinic, we met him down there, and we still keep in touch on Facebook, and it was a lot of fun. Coming back was interesting too, because Steve actually we smuggled him on the plane back home. He wanted to come back to the United States with us, so we smuggled him back on the plane. Things were different back then. You could just say, "Oh, we lost our boarding pass, so check it out when we land in New York." We don't know where it went, so that's how things were back then. You could smuggle a person on a plane very easily back in the day. One of the other milestones that I want to talk about today with Sore Thumb, we were also called Press at different times. But we performed down in Key West at Margaritaville. I would say, I'm looking at my date books because I just went through them. I found at least 7 consecutive years that we played down there. I believe it was more. There might have been a break in between, and I know I also performed down there with another band, Only in America. But I want to show you the very first time we played down there. This is the date book. This is 1991. That's the 22nd of October. We played down in Key West. That was during Fantasy Fest, which is their equivalent of Mardi Gras. So let me just check the chat. I'm going to check the chat. Haha. Yeah. I hate to fly now. Yeah, they would let me on a plane. Okay. I only have one screen in front of me, so I can't put things on duplicate screen. My studio computer has 2 screens, so I can put things all around. So anyway, I was talking about Key West, Florida. Playing down in Margaritaville was a blast. It really was. One of the time we were down there, and Rick Kennedy had just joined the band. And if I'm getting the time frame correct, he had just joined the band. We flew to Key West. He was playing bass, and Tom Anderson was our drummer at the time. And Freddie was playing guitar, and I was playing guitar and keyboards. And we played Margaritaville, the song, at Margaritaville. I can't tell you how many countless times. And it's a beautiful place, it really is. It's so laid back down there. To be down there for 15 shows, that's how the gig was. 15 shows in a row. It was really cool. It really was. You were like on vacation, and you showed up at, I don't know, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, whatever, did your show, and then go back on vacation. But one of the funniest things, and I have a video of this too, was we were playing Margaritaville, and Jimmy Buffett was in town that week, and we always heard that, he's going to be in town this particular week, and we had met his right-hand guy, JL. He tours with Jimmy and took care of his property, so we were kind of in the fold of Jimmy Buffett at the time. We went to his recording studio. We met the famous drummer Russ Kunkel, who played on a lot of the James Taylor stuff back in the day. He was one of the engineers down there. And so Jimmy Buffett comes into the club as we're playing Margaritaville, in Margaritaville. And he says something like, "You mind if I join you on this one? I kind of know that. I kind of know it." So he comes up on stage with us, and he's playing, and the place immediately gets crowded because everybody in town knew he was there. And the place just jammed up. I mean, it probably could hold 300-400 people. It's not a big club, but immediately the velvet rope came out across the front of the stage, and the bouncers were there. I mean, you got to be careful. And we just started drinking tequila shots and Corona beer all night. And we were calling tunes. So my concern was that, okay, I have Jimmy Buffett on stage with me. I got a new guy in the band. I got to make sure that this thing looks good for him and everybody, and we're just, the audience doesn't know these things, but I wanted to make sure everything was cool. So I'm just calling out chords and things. And actually, I have an image right here. Let's see. Excuse me. Here's a couple images of Jimmy on stage. This is with me. I cut out everybody else, but the rest of the band is there. You can see the Sore Thumb banner in the back. I still have that G.I. Joe T-shirt. And it was a blast. It really was. We called songs. Let me just check the chat here. Yep. We called songs, and I have a video. Let me get this out of it. This is OBS. It's great. I just popped that off. I have a video. They filmed about probably an hour or so. I have on VHS somewhere. And my thing was that it got so crazy on stage with all the tequila and beer that it was just getting nuts. So I don't think they wanted to release the entire video to the general public, for obvious reasons. It was a blast, though. Yeah, let me show you that again. So over in the bottom left, there's a bunch. That's Tim in the bottom left. He was the sound guy at the time. I guess all the other people are staff members. Oh, in the top left, I can see Rick Kennedy and my brother Fred. His head's popping up right next to him. I can't. Tom might be in the back on the far right, but it's so tiny I can't see. But it was really cool doing that. So I guess the point I'm making here is, let's look at some books. 1997. I'll tell you where I was. The Speakeasy Cafe. I don't even remember that place. Here's some places. Oh, Napper Tandy's. There's so much stuff in here. Some of these places don't exist anymore. Most of them don't exist anymore. Let's see. This is when I was up here in Pennsylvania. So there were so many clubs to play. Having Key West to go to, and then we went every year. We didn't. We were the first year we went in October for Fantasy Fest, but after that, we would play. Let's see. I'll look at. We would normally play in March. We would play in the spring. Here's March 1995. Key West. 15 shows in Key West. Then we played Tanner's, O'Flanagan's, Mustang Sallys. Joe Scolo would know a lot of these places. In fact, I played with Joe for many years. Finley's, or as we used to call it, Finally's. The Ringside. The Beach Bar, a different one. Tuxedo Junction. Neptune Beach, the Village Pub. McMurphy's. Lily Flanagan's. Okay, the Beach Bar. Avalon? Does anybody remember Avalon? Joe, you probably remember that one if you're listening in. Mustang Sallys. That was a great place to play. Oh, then we went up to Boston. I don't even have the name of the club here, but well, it was a lot of fun. Here's some other blasts from your past for Sore Thumb. The 1984 Homegrown album. That's vinyl right there. We had our song "Give Me Your Heart." That's the back. You probably can't see this too well, but. And then there was another one. New York's Best Bands, 1985. Still in the plastic. Sorry, it's reflecting. If I Keep It Up. That was our big hit back then. Sorry, it's reflecting because it's still in plastic. So I don't throw anything out. In fact, I have a bag here. This is all the newsletter stuff that we used to send out. I still have press type. I used to do it with press type. We would send out a newsletter every month. Here's one called the Thumb Times from 1982. 1982, and you can see the fan of the month down at the bottom is Ed Lars, and it was always Ed Lars. We still keep in touch. Here's an old promo of Sore Thumb when Robbie Cutts and Dave Giacone, Jon Snow, myself and Freddie Monday. Omnipop. Omnipop was, it still is an awesome agency, and they gave us a lot of work. Thanks to everybody at Omnipop for over the years for giving us a lot of work. Let's just check the chatter. Jay, Mustangs had good chicken. Oh yeah, probably did. Bob Z, Nappers is 3 times bigger than you remember, and one side of it is a concert hall. Oh wow, that's pretty wild. Nappers, where is that place again? Where is it? Oh, that's out. That's on the island. Okay. Oh, that's in. Is that in Bayshore? I think that's in Bayshore, but that's not the one we played. There was another one. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying this little background. I mean, my friend Bob Z, he is still in the band The Touch. They were the best band to grace the stages of Long Island and other places. Great band. Check them out. They're still around. The Touch. Bruce Johnson, he's in the chat. He's from up our way here. Talented musician and singer and all that. And Mustang Sallys. Yeah, I remember Mustang Sally. A little story about Mustang Sallys. Everybody wanted to play Mustang Sallys. It was a great place in West Islip, New York. Main Street Smithtown. Oh, thanks, Bob. Main Street Smithtown. Okay. I guess that was the same one we played then. I don't know. But Mustang Sallys, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but everybody wanted to play there, but they didn't want to pay as much as some of the other places. So we had to take a little, lesser salary to play there. But it was worth it. That's the memory I have of Mustang Sallys. I don't know. I remember everybody used to smoke all the time. It was really hard singing with people smoking. When we played the OBI South, we played there every Sunday for I don't know how long. Little Buster and Soul Brothers would play in the afternoon, and they would be rolling their stuff out, and we'd be rolling our stuff in. It was great. It really was. We played there for at least a year, and in the middle of the winter, there was nobody out. Who's going to go down by the shore of Long Island in the middle of the winter? Maybe 5 people. But I remember the DJ was so loud, and that's when I started losing my hearing. This is probably the mid-'80s. So I've had tinnitus ever since, which is not a good thing. So, but I wanted to circle back to Margaritaville, get a cocktail. And these shows are just I'm gonna probably do these every Thursday at 3 o'clock. A little background on, inspired by a different album that I released. So after playing Margaritaville so many times, I was inspired to write trop rock music. So that gave me Mango Lime Fiesta. Now Mango Lime Fiesta is the drink accompaniment to the cheeseburger in paradise. So if you see Jimmy Buffett, tell him that there's a drink companion to his cheeseburger in paradise. I haven't been able to get the song to him yet, even though we shared a stage. Let's check the chatter. The Hayloft. Okay. This is tough because, like I said, there's about a 12-second delay between what I'm saying here and I guess the replies to the chat. Oh, Bob, anytime. You're welcome. You guys are awesome. They had 4 nappers. Yeah, that's true. There were 4 nappers, just like there were 4 OBIs, right? There was the OBI South in Babylon that I was just mentioning. The OBI North up in Smithtown, I believe. And the East was out in the Hamptons. That's where the Good Rats supposedly played in the kitchen because they were trying to break their contract or something. I don't know. And then the West was, I don't know if we ever played we played the West once, somewhere in Nassau County. There were so many great venues to play, and there still are, I'm sure. I haven't been back. I mean, I've come back and sat in on shows, but I've been in the Poconos for 14 years, and we have some great places up here. It's just a little more challenging because you don't have Long Island. For the people up here in the Poconos that never get to the island, the island has main roadways going completely west to east. Several of them. You've got the expressway you've got the Sunrise Highway, and then you've got the Parkway to an extent. You've got Montauk or Merrick Road, Montauk Highway, extending the full length of the island. So every 5 minutes you're in a new town with a new bar and thousands of people to come out and see the bands. I mean, it's going to be great once it reopens. It's been tough not performing, but what are you going to do? So I was inspired to write some trop rock, and Mango Lime Fiesta. Can somebody look that up when that was released? I don't have any notes on that. 2005, I think. And I'm going to keep this short, but like I said, I'm going to do this every week. I want to feature a different album. So now we've kind of gone backstory, but there's still more backstory even before Sortham that I'll talk about on some other time. Maybe my time in grade school. Or should I talk about that now? Anybody want to hear about my bands in grade school? Yes, I said bands. Write the book. Okay, I don't want to get off topic. I'll save that for another time. But I wanted to kind of keep this short, about a half hour or so. And the inspiration to Mango and Lime, it was just a silly song. So, you know, they always say when you're going to write something, you need the theme. Once you get the theme, you're committed to the theme, and then the words start coming out. Because lyrics for me are challenging, to say the least. The music just pops out of nowhere. The lyrics to Mango and Lime were kind of easy. It kind of wrote itself because the theme is so silly, and it's well, you'll see. I have a video that I'm going to play for you in a couple minutes that have the lyrics in it. So, and after that, I have an important phone call at 4 o'clock. See, it's been a very busy last couple days. I had a webinar yesterday for a music-related thing, and the second half of that was today, just reaching out to agents. And also, my phone call coming up later is for, hopefully for music licensing opportunities. That's something that I've been focusing in on a lot. Get some more music out there. So, yeah, Bruce, it's been tough. We got to start jamming, man. I'll be at Cove Haven next to Wednesdays. Wednesdays. It's a place up here. A friend of mine books a Cove Haven up here, and he said, "You want to play the next couple Wednesdays?" I'm thinking, well, as long as I'm not in a sea of people, because I'm still a little leery about being around everybody. But he said, you know, you be inside on a stage in the corner away from everybody, and that's how I like it. So, okay, I'm going to play you the video for Mango and Lime Fiesta. This is one of the first videos that I created. And my video, if you go to my website, rickhorvath.com, you should know that, right? I have a lot of my videos there. I also have a link to my YouTube page that have other videos. I've been releasing a lot of singles in the last couple months. Singles with just an accompanied video of, you know, just a graphic or something, just to get them out, available on streaming services like Spotify and all that. iTunes is not streaming, but so without any further ado, thanks for letting me yap at you. And I'm going to wrap this up with the video, and then I'm going to turn off the stream and maybe hang out in the chat for a little bit, and then get ready for my upcoming 4 o'clock appointment. So I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to turn on the video, and I'm going to wait for it to stream, and hopefully I count 12 seconds and don't turn this off prematurely. So where is it? Here it is. See you next time.
Mango Lime Fiesta, the craziest party around. I could use a siesta, cause I've been going since the sun went down. Tropical fruit in a blender, and a bottle of my favorite rum. Mango Lime Fiesta, there's something for everyone. I don't don't wanna be late, gotta bring a date. I'll spend some time with a Key West lime. If I want another fella that's yellow, I go insane looking for plantain. Lay on the beach with my favorite beach. I'll try to escape with a Concord grave. And grab your baby, come on, let's go. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Mango Lime Fiesta, the craziest party around. I could use a siesta, cause I've been going since the sun went down. Tropical fruit in a blender, and a bottle of my favorite rum. Mango Lime Fiesta, there's something for everyone. I was dreaming a lot about a big kumquat. I just might want a papaya. Trade my jeans for some tangerines. Wouldn't gripe for a plum that's ripe. I'm really a fan of a healthy banana. Could only hope for a cantaloupe. Oh, grab your baby, come on, let's go. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Mango Lime Fiesta, the craziest party around. I could use a siesta. I've been going since the sun went down. Tropical fruit in a blender, and a bottle of my favorite rum. Mango Lime Fiesta, there's something for everyone. Desperado for an avocado, but I'd be afraid of trying tomato. If I only had a guacamole, let's arrange to get more orange. Would be Magellan looking for a melon. If the moment suits, let's try some grapefruits. Oh, grab your baby, come on, let's go. We're gonna mix it up tonight. Mango Lime Fiesta, the craziest party around. I could use a siesta, cause I've been going since the sun went down. Tropical fruit in a blender, and a bottle of my favorite rum. Mango Lime Fiesta, there's something for everyone. Mango Lime Fiesta, the craziest party around. I could use a siesta, cause I've been going since the sun went down. Tropical fruit in a blender, and a bottle of my favorite rum. Mango Lime Fiesta, there's something for everyone. Mango Lime Fiesta, there's something for everyone. Mango Lime Fiesta.